Okay, good evening everyone, and apologies for being slightly later than planned today. It's been one of these days where things that you plan just don't go to plan. But I'm here. Hello, Pixie. But on saying that, I have been on a lovely call with our lovely Pixie. So we were basically putting the worlds to rights. Hello, hello, hello. So let me just tag a few people. Let me have a look, see who we've got on. Okay. It was good speaking to you too, Pixie. Absolutely a joy to speak to you. And that's what me and Pixie were talking about as well. You know, TikTok's not like any other app out there. I've been on Facebook and Instagram for a good number of years. And don't get me wrong, I have made some amazing friends on those apps as well. But however, the community here on TikTok are just outstanding. Everybody is so supportive of everyone. Don't get me wrong, like other apps, you do get the trolleys, you do get the scammers, etc., etc. But we can ignore all of those and concentrate on real people, real friendships, real support. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Oh, thank you for the likes, Pixie. So, as I said, I am a little bit later today. I've had a busy day today. My wonderful partner, we went to town, did a bit of shopping, and then I was expecting to come home and cook dinner for us, but he had other plans and whisked me away for dinner for two at our favourite restaurant. So um, by the time we did that and spent a few hours just chatting as couples do, and then I jumped over onto his TikTok and helped him to record some of his favourite songs. Um, if you're not already following Free Spirit Moon, please give him a like and a share and a love, because his music and his singing is phenomenal, and I don't think half the time he realizes just how good he is. And it took me weeks and weeks to get him to even come on TikTok and share his talent. So um, look him up, folks, at Free Spirit Moon. He's amazing. Hello, Siobhan. How are you? Hello, Anne. Oh, no problem, Anne. I will be sharing this to my YouTube anyway. It's not a problem, Anne. So, as always, on my readings live, I will do a card of the day. And after the card of the day, we will pick 7 names for people to get a reading tonight. Because I'm a little bit later, I'm going to jump straight into the card of the day. And I'm actually going to use my Old Faithful for cards of the day and the angel cards for general readings, because that's what I'm kind of drawn to today, to sort of go through the angel cards. I haven't been called to use angel cards for a long time, but when I do get called to use them, obviously Spirit have reasons why I'm going to use them, so we will find out. Hello, hello. Hello, Debbie. There she is. There's our Debbie. Hello, hello. We've got everyone coming on. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card of the day from my Old Faithfuls, and then 7 names at random will be picked for a reading tonight. Anyone that doesn't get picked, don't panic. I do have a readings list on my profile, and anyone is welcome to go along and ask to be placed on that readings list. From that readings list, apart from today because I was whisked out for dinner with my wonderful partner, but most days if I'm not doing much, I will go through the readings list and post mini readings on my profile and tag the people that are in that reading. Hello, hello. Okay, 7 people will get a reading tonight. That's how I play it. But I'm going to do a card of the day first, and then we will choose 7 people at random. So let me just shuffle these Old Faithful cards for card of the day, and then we'll get right into picking 7 names. How do I know that I have this gift? I've had it all my life. I don't know any other way. That's the best way I can describe it. My physical vision is very poor. I'm actually registered blind, so I have very little physical vision. But my third eye makes up for that. So I've been communicating with spirit since for as long as I can remember. It's just something that's I can naturally do. I'm grateful for the gift because the gift has helped me, but it's also helped other people. You just know that you've got the gift because you can communicate with spirit. Hello. Now that's a good question. I did a live yesterday on opening your third eye chakra. I'm actually going to save that to my YouTube channel. It's chakra clearing, including the third eye, because there are several ways that you can clear your third eye. And I went through all of that yesterday on my live. We did chakra healing and clearing live. I'm just waiting on TikTok to sort of make it downloadable. Hopefully after this live it will be downloadable, and then I can download it to my YouTube channel, which is Lady Moonlight on YouTube. You will find the link to my Lady Moonlight YouTube on my profile. I have a website there that has my natural product shop on there and all my social media links, including my YouTube link as well. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Okay, let's do the card of the day. I'm glad so many people got so much out of that video yesterday. I do try and help people to develop their spirit. We are all capable of communicating with spirit. It's just knowing how to do it. And not just how to do it safely as well. Because just like on planet Earth, you have good and bad spirits in spirit realms as well. And you've really got to make sure that you've got your protection up so that you're not bringing bad spirits into your environment. Thank you for the roses, everyone. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I do try and help people wherever I can. It's kind of what I do. I work from home. I do healing from home. I like playing music. Me and my partner both sing, etc. But reading for other people and sending Reiki healing to those in need is basically what I do. I've been reading spirit for many, many years. The youngest that I can remember was I was 6 years old, sitting in my parents' backyard, speaking to spirit, and my mum came out and said, "Who are you speaking to? There's nobody there." And the first time my mother knew I had a gift was when I was able to describe what my great-grandmother looked like and where she lived. And she lived in the 1800s. And yet I was able to describe my mother's gran just through her coming through. That's when my mum knew I was gifted in other ways. Earth Angel, yeah. I guess a lot of people call me Earth Angel. A lot of people call me an indigo child or a star seed. All terms are correct. It's basically who I am. I've lived several lifetimes, not just on this planet, but in different astral realms and stuff. I'm just a spiritual being living a human existence. That's the way I see my life. So I don't know any other way. That's the best way I can describe it. Oh, thank you, Curly. it's I've had, since being on TikTok, there's been a few people try to copy my account and stuff, which is sad that people have to jump on innocent people's accounts and try and copy their accounts so that they can jump in people's DM boxes and ask for readings and, ask for money readings. But for all new viewers here, this is what I do. One, I will never ever jump in anyone's DM boxes asking if you would like me to read for you. That's not my style. I will never jump in your DM box and ask for money for spells, for healing, for anything like that. That's not my style. Throughout life, I've never asked people to come to me for help. I just come on, do my lives, offer my readings. If people want to come and ask me for a reading, they're free to do that, but I will never jump in somebody's DM box. I think if people are looking for a reader, they should be looking for the reader, not the reader looking for them, if that makes sense. A lot of people have been following me since day one on TikTok. And we were kind of talking about that last night on my live, why people were drawn to me. And, we had various replies. Some said it was because they felt I had this calming aura. Some people say it's my voice. Some people say I have mysterious eyes or a mysterious look about me or something. So everyone experiences something different with me, but what you see is what you get with me. So if there are if you see other mystic witches coming into your DM box saying, would you like a reading? Or, I'll give you healing for $25 or £25 or whatever. It's not me. Another way that you'll find out it's not me is I have a clickable website on this profile. So if there's a Mystic Witch and it hasn't got a website that you can click and view my shop and my social media links, it's not me. I'm the only one that has a readings list on my profile. The fake ones don't have that. So, and also, as it stands at the minute, I'm the only Mystic Witch that's got like 2.6 followers. I think, I don't know, when my mum found out I could see my grandmother or whatever else, I think that kind of brought her a little bit comfort, because she was more concerned that she had a daughter that was blind. I was totally blind when I was younger. I didn't have any vision at all, and my mum was devastated when the doctors told her that her first daughter was blind. And that's why she was amazed that I could actually see faces. Who are you talking to? And I would describe faces, and she couldn't understand why I could see faces, but yet I was physically blind. Then round about 6, 7, I would have got a little bit of vision back, not that much. And then I went through 30 years of an abusive marriage, and my eyes started to get worse, my vision, and I was offered an operation, a cataract operation on both of them. Now my guide said, no way, don't go for this. But I was bullied by my ex to go for it. And consequently, I lost a lot more vision. It didn't affect my third eye vision, thankfully. So even though I can't do physical work, i.e. go out into employment or whatever, I'm quite happy being at home, coming on and sharing my knowledge and gifts with everyone that is drawn to my videos. As I said, I will never jump in anybody's DM box for readings or whatever. That's not my style. That's not who I am, and that's definitely not what I do. So I hope that has helped. Okay. But thank you to everyone who does come on and spend time with me, and your likes, your shares, your gifts they just blow my mind, because I'm not used to that. I'm usually used to people bullying me or making fun of me because I have unusual eyes, but what can I say? I'm a starseed and universal being, I guess. I'm not supposed to be like everybody else, and I'm okay with that. It's just most of the world isn't okay with that, but that's their issue, not mine. So, oh, thank you. But I am just me. I've always known my calling was to help people wherever I can, and I've done it all my life. And I you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm 57 years old in this lifetime, but probably centuries old in universal time. I've seen a lot, experienced a lot, and if I can help people along my path as I travel through life or through this lifetime on Earth, that's what I'll do. Well, thank you, Patricia. Oh, Benja boy, baby, thank you so much. It's just who I am. Do you know what? And I've hardly been on Facebook and Instagram since I joined TikTok, because the people over here are just amazing. When I usually go on Facebook and Instagram, I get a lot of my ex's family who were all abusers. They were all child abusers, trying to get me kicked off Facebook and Instagram, because I had the strength to leave my ex when I met my current partner. So I lost my grandchildren because I left abusers. And they refused to allow me to see my grandchildren who get abused. Yes, the social services know about it. No, they don't do anything about it. The police know about it. They don't do anything about it. And every day it's a little bit of a worry. I just send protection and healing to my 3 granddaughters and just hope that they stay safe and alive long enough to be able to escape when they are 16, 17 and 18. Because all 3 of my granddaughters have been told by me that when they are old enough, they can leave their mom and dad and basically come and be with myself, where they will be safe. Oh, thank you, Pixie. Yeah, well, you know what? I will never ever stay silent so that my abusive ex's and his family, who are all child abusers, can stay comfortable. I just won't do it. And I know that they stalk my YouTube channel, the Lady Moonlight YouTube channel, and I hope they stalk this one as well, because I'm sure that they will be delighted to know that I let good people like yourselves know that they are child abusers. That's what I do. I will call them out. Thank you for the roses. Oh, thank you, Chanty. You know what? You're all beautiful. You're all amazing in your own right. And if nobody has told you that today, I'm telling you that today. Every single person that's on here. You're all amazing. You're all unique, just the way you are. Never change to please other people. That's one lesson that I've learned in life, is that people will judge you, no matter what you do in life. Whether you are doing something right, whether you are doing something wrong, you will always find the haters somewhere in life, sadly. But let the haters hate. Just carrying on being you, because you were made just perfect the way you are. And pleasing other people and leaving yourself to last does you no favors, because deep down it destroys your self-esteem, it destroys your confidence. And I know there's probably a lot of people that would be more than happy to see me kicked off TikTok, but let me tell you, where there's a will, there's a way, and I will continue to show up. I will continue to come live and help other people. I will continue to show any fake accounts on that try and copy me to bring me down on my profile, so that I can keep my followers and my new friends safe from being scammed by these people, because it's ridiculous that people can take advantage of good people, star seeds, earth angels, indigo children, etc., and scam people for money on the good names of others. So if I can highlight any fake accounts that come with my photo or name or etc. on it, just check my profile. I will highlight them and feel free to block and report them, because that's exactly what I do. Exactly, Pixie. Well, Patricia, from tomorrow, you put Patricia first and then others second. How can you help and support others, and how can you show love and respect to others if you can't show that love and respect to yourself first and foremost? It's like somebody helping somebody with abuse that has never experienced abuse. They just can't do it, because unless you've been through abuse, you can't help somebody through abuse, because you don't know their emotions that they've gone through, the triggers that they can have, etc. So keep being, You've got to love yourself first and foremost. And in that way, other people get to know you. And then, from then, you can help other people. But never ever leave yourself till last. You have got to come first. Always. You put yourself first. And then you put others after that. Now let me tell you from experience, there are some people that will not like you being you. They will not like that you are being yourself, your genuine self, and that you're not going to take anybody's negative crap in life. But you know what? If they don't like it, the door is stage left or stage right. I'm sure that they will find somebody else to drain the energy from. Meanwhile, keep being you, because the right people will find you. This is one of the reasons I never go into people's DM boxes. I don't have to. People will find me. You know, you attract your own tribe. So if you're a negative person by nature, or if it's in your nature to be negative, you're going to attract other negative people, because that's the energy that you're putting out. But if you come from a place of love and being able, wanting to help people because you love yourself unconditionally as well, you're gonna attract like for like. So never change to please others. Yep, exactly. Yes, you will get there, Gemma. Just keep going with it. And you know what? My DM box is always open for anyone that's struggling with anything. You know, anybody can DM me for advice, etc. So, the card of the day, which is a general card that I pick for absolutely everyone. It may resonate with you and it may not. But it's a general card for people that need to hear this particular message. And it's it's the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords speaks of retreat, right? It speaks of you doing exactly what we're actually talking about. If you have been giving your all, if you have been helping others, and others have been take, and not giving you back, what happens eventually is the body gets ill, because all the other people's stress has an effect on your chakras. And when it blocks our chakras, then we get sick. And we have no alternative but to retreat. You might be a person watching this who can't sit still. From the time that they get up in the morning to the time they go to bed, they've got to be actively busy doing something. And the only one thing that they don't do is have time for themselves. If that sounds like you, then this message is saying to you, it's time to actually reschedule your day. And in that scheduling, you have to put at least an hour, even 20 minutes, spare time for you, whether it's in the morning, whether it's midday, whether it's when you put the kids to bed or whatever. But find that 20 minutes or more where you can sit with a cup of cocoa or a glass of wine, whatever your beverage is, listen to some music, read a book, watch a good movie, but have you time. Get your hair done, do your nails, right? How many of us don't spend time pampering ourselves? You know, getting our nails done. I haven't done my nails for a good number of years. And I thought, you know what, I'm always moaning that my nails keep breaking because I'm always digging in the garden or I'm planting seeds. I'm just going to get nails that are going to be garden proof. So I got my nails done because I'm worth it, right? You're worth it, right? And the people that turn around and say, oh, look at her, she's got her nails done, or she's had her hair done, or she's had her makeup done. Who does she think she is? Do you know what? I'll tell you who we think we are. Bloody amazing people that deserve to spoil ourselves and pamper ourselves now and again. And if anybody else has got a problem with it, jog on, you know? Because we should all be spoiling ourselves. We should all be looking after ourselves. And why not? So this is letting you know that the importance of giving you time, taking some time out just to be you, just to chill. You might not want to listen to music. You might just want to sit and do some sewing or crocheting or knitting. One of my pastimes is I love to play music. I love singing. I love playing musical instruments. That's my calming downtime. I love to meditate. I meditate quite a lot. It's my connection with spirit. If I can meditate, I feel more at home when I'm meditating, because when you're a universal soul having a human existence, you do get homesick now and again. So I do kind of miss sometimes just me spending time with spirit and spirit realm. So I always make sure that I have time in my busy day where, yes, I'm helping other people, but more importantly, I'm helping me too, because I'm having chill out time. It is so, so important. Yes, we are awesome. Colouring in, do you know what? I love colouring in. I have lots of like colouring in books, and you get adult colouring in books, and that's what I do. Painting. Love acrylic painting. Things like that. Things that get your artistic juices flowing, right? We can, you can put so much into colours, and colours can speak so much about you as well. So yeah, definitely. Tanya, we all lose our way from time to time, honey. But it's never too late to find our way back. It's never too late to want to reconnect. What I tend to do on TikTok now is one night I will do readings like this, and then another night I will do a topic. Like last night was chakra healings, how to clear your chakras, especially your third eye and your crown chakra, which I'm going to upload to my YouTube channel tonight, because a lot of people want to replay it, and that's absolutely fine. But I come on and talk about how to communicate with spirit, how to tune in and ground yourself, and how to find your way back and stuff. So that's what I do here on TikTok. One night will be a readings night, then a topic night, then a readings night. Every Sunday evening, I will be coming on and doing a guided meditation night. I will be teaching you how to meditate properly so that you are closing down the human mind and opening up the spiritual channels. A lot of people will go on to things like YouTube and stuff and follow guided meditations and say to me, it doesn't work, I can't shut off. My mind's always going on about what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it, and I can't meditate. It's because they, and then when I go through, well, how do you start and end your meditation? And it's usually when they tell me how they start and end their meditation that I'll say, do you know what? You're not getting the benefits of your meditation because you're not starting it properly and you're not ending it properly. And then once they know how to do that, then they find that meditation becomes a lot easier for them. Yep. Hello, Tanya. I'm going to do a 7 random pick just shortly, and 7 people will get a reading tonight. If you're not picked in the 7 tonight, please go along to my bio and my profile here on TikTok. There's a pinned post that is entitled Free Readings List. Just go on there and ask for a card. I will then reply and say that you are on my readings list. This is my current reading list. As you can see, I've worked my way right down here. And I've still got a few to do, which I will be doing some tomorrow and the next day to hopefully get the list down a little bit. And then what I do is when I reach your name on that list, I do a reading on my profile and I tag your name in the reading. It'll have your name on the reading. You'll see my past readings on my profile. And that is free for anyone. Anyone can go along and ask to put their name on that readings list. It's what I do. Yep, I remember when Pixie first asked me about the sky and earth grounding meditation, which you will get on my YouTube channel, my Lady Moonlight YouTube channel. You can find it on there. I think I've also downloaded it to the Mystic Witch on YouTube as well. But the sky and earth grounding meditation is fantastic for clearing your chakras and also clearing the mind so that you are able to sleep. Pixie had not told me that she had never slept for years, all the way through. So I sent her along to my YouTube channel. She came on the next day and I said, how did you get on with the sky and earth grounding meditation? And she said, I'm not quite sure because I fell asleep. And I slept all night. And my first reply to Pixie at that time was, well, it worked then, because you've had the first full night's sleep in years. Oh, lovely. Oh, Benji, baby, I am so sorry to hear that. Do you know what? It's absolutely horrible when that happens. If you DM me, honey, I can just DM me with your sister's name and I will see what I can find out for you. And I will DM you back and let you know. Do you know, I had an uncle who took his life and, you know, the thing is, nobody knew he was unhappy. Because he always went along life smiling and helped everybody that he could. And my cousin, his daughter, was only 9 years old, and she went into the garage to look for him and found her dad hanging from the garage rafters, barely alive. She screamed obviously for her mum, who cut him down. They took him to hospital, and it wasn't actually the hanging that killed him. It was pneumonia set in. and he died of pneumonia. But had he not done what he did, he would probably still be alive. But it affects everybody in the family when that happens. So I totally understand the need for knowing that they are all right. I can probably tell you that yes, she will be all right, because when they pass over into spirit realm, especially if they take their own lives, they go through a healing by spirit in the spirit realms. And then later on, then they can reach out to their loved ones on the earth plane. But I will definitely find out for you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Love my two kids. Please send me your little one's full name and the town, not your full address, but just just the child's full name and the town and country that he is in, and I will send him some Reiki healing. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you know what? They never die. You know, I always say to people, they're not gone. We just can't see them. We just can't connect with them. But they never truly leave us. They're able to watch everything that we do in spirit, from spirit. And they can, you know, if somebody is connected to you via heart, through love connection, be it a sister, be it a brother, be it a partner, be it your mum, your dad, your gran, right? You share a bond with these people in life. That bond never dies when we pass over. That bond still remains, and that they're still connected to you through that bond. We might not always sense them or see them or even hear them, but rest assured they're always with us. They're always rooting us on in life. They go through, you know, they share in our joys, but so do they share in our sorrows. And they send healing wherever it's needed. So we never truly lose them. I always say, imagine that there are two rooms. The earth is one room and spirit room is another. And there is a door between the two rooms. And when we pass over into spirit, the door is open for us to pass and then it is closed. So they are only in the next room. But yet, that room has windows. They can see us. And if we have clear enough chakras, we can see them too. And we can still hear them, and we can still be able to connect with them. Exactly, Patricia. Oh, bless. There you go. You know, never think of people that pass over as gone forever. They're not. They're still with us, but just in a different. They're just a whisper away. And take away our human body, we are just spiritual balls of energy, and that's when our physical body dies. All that is left is that spiritual energy and we connect to other spiritual energies. We go into what is called the spirit realms. Sometimes we are reborn again and live another lifetime. Sometimes we may be placed in another astral planet or another realm somewhere to help others. They say starseeds like myself are called down to earth because Mother Earth is dying and nobody is listening to her apart from people like ourselves. So they are sending earth angels, starseeds, indigo children, whatever you want to call us, back down to earth to educate people in the hope that we can save the planet before she actually dies, because at the end of the day, if Mother Earth dies, we all do. Good question, Gemma. Yes, there is a reason why we are born again. On average, most people go through at least 7 lifetimes. And each lifetime, they have set lessons to learn. And if they learn the lesson in one lifetime, and they come back a second lifetime, they don't have to redo that lesson. But they might learn another lesson, etc. And when we learn all the lessons that we have to learn, then we then ascend into spirit realm and become, I guess some people call us higher beings, or for example, archangels, right? We all know Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael. You know, they are higher levels because they've probably lived 6 or 7 lifetimes and they've learned all the lessons. How many people on life have had deja vu? How many people have experienced deja vu? Where you know you've never been to a place, but yet when you go to that place, you feel like you know everything about that place. Or you go into a room that you've never been in, you meet a person that you've never met in this lifetime, yet that person says something or does something that triggers deja vu, and when you answer them back and you think, you get that little spooky moment where you think, wait a minute, just for a second, I've said that same thing to that same person in the same room before, but how can that be? Because I've never been here and I've never met that person. How does that happen? That's one of your lessons you didn't learn in the previous life. Deja vu is a reminder of where you went wrong. So for example, if you met somebody in life that you know you've never met before, and that person turns around and says to you, I'm going to go and jump off the nearest bridge because I can't stand my life anymore. And in a past life they've said that, and you've turned around and says, oh, go ahead then, I don't really care. And the person goes and kills himself. In this lifetime, you will have that same conversation with somebody. That's your turn to then turn on and says, listen, before you go and jump off that bridge, let's go and have a coffee. My treat. Let's go and have something to eat. My treat. When we get a deja vu moment, it's asking you to stop for a second and think before you act or react or answer to that person, to make sure that you're not making the same mistake that you did in past life. That's, so every time that you have a deja vu experience, it's the universe reminding you, this is where you went wrong, be careful what you say or do here. Because if you make the same mistake again, you're going to come back in another lifetime and make that same mistake until you learn the lesson that deja vu has to tell you. Then it's more than likely that that you had your Tudor you had a Tudor past life. Can I go back to my two comments if it's not too much trouble, as I can always retype. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can scroll up, Pixie, because we have so many comments coming through. Give me a second. Right, I've got the one that the furthest one that I can go back is where you were saying I was able to help you connect with your bestie, Pixie. Yeah, and you know what? You just know when people are about to pass over, because the first thing that goes is the glow in their eyes. They have a spark in their eyes, and their eyes actually go dull. And they do have a certain look. You're right. Exactly. We all learn lessons in life. Some learn them easier than others, I have to say, but yeah, we do. We always when I look back on my great grandmother, who was my higher self, we all have higher selves. So one of my past lives was as my great grandmother. I have all her memories. She was known. She was an Irish gypsy witch back in the 1800s, and her witch's magic name was Lady Moon. And when I started doing my spiritual work, I asked her what was my name, what is my magic name, and she says it has to be Lady Moonlight, because Lady Moon, you are the light of me, you are the descendant from me. And her memories are my memories. So the life that I have led in this lifetime was very much parallel to the life that she led, but in many different ways. But that's another live. I could go on and talk about my ancestors till the cows come home. Hello, Show Jumper. I often go. It's actually this light. If I turn the light down, you'll see the light. Oh, turned it off. Let me just. You'll see I'm pretty rosy coloured. I have a rosy complexion. This light makes me look like a ghost sometimes. Let me just turn the light on a bit. Yeah, the light makes me look a little bit ghost-like sometimes, but the lighting in this room is so bad that I need to have the light on. Pixie, when somebody asks you to say a little something about somebody's life, think of the happy memories that you had of that person. For example, you know, if I was to talk about my father's life before he passed away, one, he was a family man. family were everything to him, not just his children and his grandkids, but his extended family, his mom, his brothers, his aunties, etc. But he was also a hard-working man, and he worked all every day of his life. Even when he developed cancer, he was still working. He set himself goals and dreams, and he worked really, really hard for those goals and dreams, and he would go out of his way to help anyone. So, you see, Pixie, if somebody was to say to me, can you say a little bit about your dad's life? That's exactly how I would say it. Because that's how I remember my dad was always working, but he was always there to help other people. He put his family first, and friends usually came second. And yes, like anybody else, he made mistakes in life. Remember, think about when somebody's asking you to say a little thing about somebody's life. What they're basically saying is, how did you see that person? How did that person's life affect you, Pixie? What did they bring to you? What did their life or their time on this earth bring to you as a person? What memories did you share? What do you remember most about them? That's the things that you would come out and say. Okay, I'm not quite sure of the question, am I, from Anne-Marie? Not quite sure what that means. Then, Pixie, that's exactly what you say. That's exactly what you say. There you go. See, write all these things down, Pixie, right? When all these memories come flooding back to you, write them down. Because when you write them down, there's your speech. Right? They're right there. Just as you're typing in all the things that you remember about them. Instead of just typing them in there, write them in a book, write them in a notebook. All the things that you remember that are so important about that person's life, write them in a book. And there's your speech. Pixie, tears are healing, right? The universe gave us tears so that it can wash away pain and wash away hurt. And tears are a beautiful gift. And we should never, ever be afraid to cry. Never, ever be afraid to show your feelings. And yours won't be the only tearful eye in the place. There will be others as well crying along with you and sharing in that as well. There's so many people that try to bottle up their grief and say, I can't cry because I might upset somebody. That's the worst thing you can do, is block your tears. Because tears are our natural healing system. Yeah, exactly. For every tear holds a memory, and that's why it cries. That's why we cry. Each tear that we cry holds a memory. I always says tears are the mind's way of memories leaking out. we try and keep our memories up here, but sometimes a few memories leak out and they come in the form of tears. Oceans, rivers, it doesn't matter. You know, if you want to cry a tsunami, cry a tsunami. Because the healing that will give you afterwards is amazing. Hi, Rachel. Yes, I'm going to be doing a draw for 7 names just now. Because I do 7 readings on my lives. If you don't get picked for the 7, then you can go to my profile. On my pinned post, there is a readings list. Go to that post and in the comments write card, please. I will then reply to say that you have been added to my readings list. Your name goes on my reading list book, and every day I actually spend time on my profile doing little mini readings for everybody's name on this list, and then I tag, when I do your reading, I tag your name in it so that you get to see the reading. So anyone that doesn't get chosen for a reading on my lives readings can be added to my readings list. But even if you have been chosen on this live, you're still free to go and add your name on the readings list. There is a little bit of a waiting list because every time I go live, people jump on the readings list. And I can only do so many during the day because I'm always busy doing readings or spending time with my partner or sending healing to people. So, but I do get through as many names on my readings list as I possibly can. Yes, that's happened sometimes. The way that I pick, because I'm registered blind and I have to go quite close to the screen to read comments. So what I do is I normally ask, which I'm going to do just now, if everyone starts to send, type in their favourite emojis. So it might be butterflies, it might be hearts, it might be happy faces, it might be purple hearts, whatever your favourite emojis, and keep the emojis rolling up the screen. What I tend to do then is I go with the emoji colours and the patterns that I'm drawn to. Now sometimes I can, draw on the same person twice in 2 nights. Not very often, I have to say, but it can happen. So it's just basically the luck of the draw, because I just basically go with the emojis. Just because it would take me all night to try and read people's names, because I am registered blind and I don't have very much vision. But I'm drawn to the colours and the shapes of emojis. So keep those emojis rolling, and I'm going to pick 7 emojis, and whoever's name is attached to those emojis gets a reading tonight. So let's start rolling those emojis up and down the screen, and I will shout out the names as I'm writing them in my book to get readings. Anyone that's not chosen, don't worry. I'm back again on, in fact, just thinking it's Saturday tomorrow, so I'll probably do you know what, I'll do an extra reading live on Saturday, because Sunday is my meditation night. So if you don't get picked tonight, there's always tomorrow night. And failing that, you're free to put your name on my readings list on my profile. Okay, let's start seeing who I am, which emojis I am drawn to. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got Gemma. Gemma, you're the first one. Okay. Keep those rolling up the screen. Okay, we've got Jacqueline 1. So we need 5 more names. Keep those emojis rolling up. Keep them going, keep them going. Show Jumper. Show Jumper is our third one. Who's going to be our fourth? Keep them coming, keep them coming. Who have we got? Who have we got? Love My Two Kids. So we've got 3 more to come. 3 more to come. Keep them going. BM Sonic. Two more to come. Okay, we've got Curly Little Redhead. Love that name. Right, we have 1 more, so let's get them rolling up the screen. Let's get them rolling. Who's going to be our very last reading of the night? Let's try and see which one I am drawn to. Okay, we have Danielle. Okay, so that is 7 names for tonight. So the 7 names we have is Gemma, Jacqueline 1, Show Jumper, Love My Two Kids, BRR Sonic, Curly Little Redhead, and Danielle. Now, if anyone hasn't been picked tonight, you're more than welcome to jump on my profile and ask for a card reading on my readings list. It's the very first pinned post on my profile here on TikTok. Just simply comment card please. I will then add your name to my list and I will let you know. I will comment that you're on my readings list and I will get round to reading you as soon as I possibly can. I usually go first come first serve basis on that one. Failing that, you can join me tomorrow night. It's usually between 9 and 10 that I'm on, but tonight I was a bit later coming on tonight because it has just been one of those days that I've been really hectically busy. It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes I get really, really busy days. Hello, Kathy Hardy. Lovely to see you. Okay, so let's start with Gemma. And the cards I'm going to use for our readings, just because I'm drawn to them, is my angel card. So everybody that has been picked for tonight's readings are going to get an angel card this evening. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards and get the energy flowing for Gemma. So let's give these a good old shuffle. I like to get the energy flowing, especially in my angel cards. I haven't used the angel cards in a live reading for quite a while, so it'd be nice to see what our healing angels have to say for Gemma tonight. Oh, bye Kathy, nice for you to join us. Yay, Kathy's back. She's back. Okay, so beautiful Gemma, let's see what your card has to say. So is Gemma still with us? Where is our Gemma? Oh, Gemma. Gem. Yes, there she is. Okay, let's see what my cards have got to say for you tonight, my love. This is my favorite time of the night when I get to read for 7 wonderful viewers. Okay. Gemma, I feel that you have been around a lot of negative people, and there's a lot of people in your life that has actually brought you a lot of negative, whether it's negative comments, whether it's kind of arguments, or just trying to bring you down all the time, or making you feel less worthy than what you actually are. Because the card that I have got for you is cancel, clear, delete. And I have a saying that I always remind people of. We have 5 fingers. We have a 5, 4 fingers and a thumb technically, but we have 5 digits, right? Cancel, clear, delete all negativity. And I love when this card comes up because that reminds me of that phrase. And the message that the angels are saying is use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into that form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So I feel there's a lot of people that put you down, and when you want to raise up or rise up and do things, there's always somebody trying to knock you down, if that makes sense, right? So you might have a great idea and you think, I really want to do this. And then you get somebody coming along and thinking, nah, I don't think you should do that. I really think you should just do something else. You won't be good at that or whatever, right? They put seeds of doubt before we've even got to start, or before we even take off on something. So we just kind of put it into the raggy doll reject bin, don't we? And we, we're all always trying to help and please other people. But in doing that, we're letting opportunities slip by. Yeah, exactly. I lived 30 years with an abusive child abusing ring family, and let me tell you, you don't get much negative than that. And it almost cost me my life. But when you come out of a situation like that, you are then more determined that you're not going to take anybody's bullshit, basically, right? And you're basically saying, you know what, if somebody comes at me with negativity, the door is that way, because I don't want it. I don't want somebody's negative vibes. I've had 50 years of bullying and abuse. I definitely don't want to have another 50 of that. So we build our strength from the stones that others throw at us. Because at the end of the day, we can either stay down on the ground, or we can rise up, dust ourselves off and say no more. And we can just chuck the bricks back at them and walk on. And this is what the Healing Angels message is for you. It's, if anyone is bringing you negativity into your life, doesn't matter who it is. Sometimes the worst culprits for it is actually close family. But even family, we can even cut family off. My daughter is a child abuser, and I haven't spoken to her in 7 years, and I have no intention of speaking to her, because in my mind, anybody that can hurt a child is not worth my time. Plus she was one that stole my grandchildren from me, along with her ex, who has the other 2 grandchildren. But that's fine. My grandchildren will find their way back to me when they're older, so I let go of their negativity. And when I'm thinking negative because somebody's put me down, I remember those 5 words: cancel, clear, delete all negativity. So, for example, if you start your day with saying, I can't do this, just simply say, do you know what? Cancel, clear, delete that. I can and I will do that. Because just physically saying cancel, clear, delete all negativity, you're basically saying to the universe, see that thing that I've just said? Go and cancel it. Go and delete it. And replace it with this. It's never too late to turn a negative into a positive. Even if it's negative words that have just slipped out through anger or frustration, we can ask the universe to take those words back, cancel, clear, delete them, and we can move on with another positive phrase. And it's always replace a negative with a positive. So if somebody says to you, you know, you're going to be rubbish at that, and you're telling yourself, yeah, maybe I am going to be rubbish at that. As soon as you've said that, just say, actually, no, cancel, clear, delete that. I'm going to be darn amazing at that. And I'm going to go it and do it because it's in my heart to do it. And if you don't like it, tough. It's not your life, it's my life. Cancel, clear, delete all negativity. Yep, definitely. You know, I did, for 30 years when I was going through abuse, I did absolutely everything to try and please my ex-abusive husband. And it didn't matter what I did, what I said, it was never good enough. And he continued to abuse. Why? Because I was feeding his control by doing his bidding, by doing things that he wanted me to do. I've had women turning around and says, I baked him a cake because I felt bad about calling him an asshole. I wouldn't have baked him a cake, I would have actually made him wear the bleeding cake. Why should you feel bad about calling an abuser an asshole? And I definitely would not have baked him a cake. And she says, well, I thought, well, if I baked him a cake and said sorry, he would love me more. And I said, well, how did that go? Did it work? No. He still never spoke to me. So I cleaned the house. I made him another meal. I did this for him and I did that for him. And I said, yeah, and how did that go? It made no difference. No, of course it didn't. Because you're giving the abuser exactly what he wants. Oh, I'm liking this because if I don't talk to my wife, she's going to bake me a cake. So to get another cake, I'll still not talk to her. And she'll make me a nice meal. Oh yeah, and I'll not talk to her again and she'll do this. And if she doesn't do this, I'm going to give her a black eye. So she's no choice to do it. So when you've been through that and you come out of the other end with a few battle scars, let me tell you, and a few post-traumatic stress along the way, you make darn sure that no other human being gets you to bake a cake or gets you to do this, that, and the next thing just to please them, for them to treat you like trash. Yep. Listen, I'll tell you a true story, right? I'm with a wonderful man just now. He saved me from abuse and he's my world. Pixie actually got to meet him on a live call today. But he saved me 7 years ago from abuse. And anyway, I told my partner, I'm going to get my nails done for the first time in years. Because I just need a nail design that's going to remind me of the universe, because that's my true home. And I got stars and moons done. And I remember getting my nails done. And the lady said, You know, it's a bit like that TikTok video that's going around. How you like your nails? You want short nails, long nails? I have long nails. No, I have short nails. Oh, honey, now why you not got a boyfriend because you got short nails? I do long for you. You know the one that's going around, right? Anyway, that's kind of how I felt because I haven't done my nails for ages. And she's sitting there filing my nails, and you know, and you have that TikTok moment, you know, when she says, "How you like your nails?" I was so tempted to say, "Yeah, you know," because you do go back to the funny TikToks, don't you? And I'm like, and I said, "Pointy, please." Oh, you want pointy? I said, "Yeah." How pointy? I says, "Pointy, like stiletto pointy." Oh, honey, you get stiletto point. That's sharp. That can do somebody an injury. I do rounded. I said, no, I want pointy. I want stiletto. I want mean bitch pointy nails. Oh, honey, that might hurt somebody. That's the whole point. If my ex comes near me, he's getting his eyes poked out. You know, if we're going to have nails, we might as well have pointy ones, right? The look on her face was priceless, by the way. But you know, I was pretty much having a little joke, but you know, and no, I've got to have my witchy pointy nails. But I do roundy ones for you. Then they're not so sharp. No, just make them stiletto, please. So yeah. But you know, it brought that kind of TikTok thing, you know. You got boyfriend? No, not got boyfriend. Oh honey, why you not have boyfriend? You're so pretty, like model, like something like that. You want short nails or long nails? I'll have short nails. Oh honey, that's why you not got boyfriend. I do long. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of brought it all back to me when he was, you know, when she was sitting there saying, do you want long nails or short nails? You want rounded or square? No, I want stiletto. Oh, honey, you know, want stiletto because that can hurt somebody. No, that's exactly why I want stilettos. But yeah, so yeah. So getting back to Gemma's reading, we get sidetracked all the time on this live, honestly. But getting back, you know, honey, you've been through crap. So much crap in your life. Right? And you've allowed people to bring negative things into your life and to bring you down. It's now your time to shine. And, you know, and it's the angels are reminding you we have a choice. People will tell us we don't have a choice. You know, just look at what's happening in America just now. Men taking women's rights to have or not to have an abortion. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Who has the right to tell a woman what to do with her body? They don't know what that woman has gone through, etc., etc. But ultimately, we have rights. And we have the same rights to say no more to negativity, no more to abuse, no more to people bringing me down. I'm going to, you know, I wasn't born to stay on the ground. I was born to soar high. You know, and I've had enough of being shot down from the sky. So this time I'm just going to fly even higher so that your bullets won't shoot me down the next time. And this is what the angels are asking you to do, Gemma. Cancel, clear, delete all negativity from here on in. And even if a negative comment slips out, or you get angry with somebody, or you get annoyed with somebody, just cancel, clear, delete it, and start again. Oh, thank you so much for the roses, everyone. Thank you, Sapphire. Gemma, if you remember those 5 magical words, cancel, clear, delete all negativity. So, you know, if somebody comes into your life with a negative word, thought, or action, just say to yourself, do you know what? Cancel, clear, delete that. Cheerio, bye, Felicia. I'll see you later. I'm going that way. Or you know, say something, you know, oh, is that the time? I really must go. Bye. Right? You're not being nasty to them. you're being positive to them, even though they're being like a shitbag to you, but you're being positive to them. It's just, oh, is that the time? I really must go. See you later. In that one phrase, you've cancelled their negativity and you've not interacted with their negativity. People that are negative want to bring you down and they want you to react in a negative way. You know, give them what they don't want. Smile. Let me tell you, I've been bullied all my life, and when somebody bullies me, I smile. They flippin' hate it. It's like, what are you smiling at? I've just bullied you. I've just called you this and I've called you that, and you're sitting smiling at me. Don't do that. I know. I told you not to smile. I know. Why are you smiling? They get intimidated when you smile at them because they're giving you abuse. They don't like it because they don't like a positive. You know, the first thing you can do to a bully is just smile. They absolutely hate it. But you're replacing a negative with a positive. A smile is a positive, and it's infectious. Exactly, Debbie. So, do you know what, Gemma? If ever you're feeling down, jump in my DM box. I'll put the kettle on. I will make a coffee and we will sit. And I will do your nails. You want short, long, round, pointy? How you want your nails, honey? I'll do them for you. We will get you smiling and we will get you positive, because do you know what? There is nothing more intimidating to a bully or a narcissist or an abuser than women uplifting women. Right? When you pick on one woman, you better best believe you're going to be picking on a tribe of them. Because when we stand together, united, that's when we win. You know, I recently did a live, and there was a lot of women on my live that had gone through abuse or bullying or whatever. And I thought, this can't be right. So during that live, I decided to start an anti-bullying, anti-abuse movement here on TikTok. And I simply called it Purple Hearts Unite. And I thought, every time I do a readings post or whatever, or I do a positive post, I'm going to put Purple Hearts Unite. And every abused woman that sees the Purple Hearts Unite logo on somebody's TikTok, they know that that's a safe place for abused women to go to. That's a safe person, because that person is supporting abused women and children. It's like putting a secret code. Abusers won't know the first thing about what Purple Hearts Unite stand for. But you better believe that, you know, on that live, when I had lots of people coming up with their abuse stories, and I turned around and says, okay, guess what? From here on in, my profiles are going to have Purple Hearts Unite in the corner. And anyone that's been through abuse, put Purple Hearts Unite on your post. And every abused woman that sees that Purple Hearts Unite will know that you are a safe place for them to come and talk. A safe place for them to come and chat in your DM box without being judged, without being bullied or whatever. I've even started a Purple Hearts Unite private group on Facebook for anyone that wants to share their stories with other women, children, etc. on there. They're more than free to do that. Because the most powerful thing in the world is when abused women and children, and sometimes men, because men can be victims of abuse as well, stand together as one and say no more. You pick on one, you best be prepared to pick on us all, because we will cut you down to size, because we are not standing for any negative or any abusive behaviours. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I know you have the Red Hearts one. Because I saw your post the other day about putting a red heart up, and I love that idea as well. So on my profiles, I'm actually going to have a red heart on one corner and Purple Hearts Unite on the other, because there's no reason why we can't support both. But there's a lot of women that have gone through abuse that can't talk about abuse because it could affect them, it could cost them their lives. So what better way to help those women by putting Purple Hearts Unite? There's nothing in that title that says abuse. There's nothing in Purple Hearts Unite that says, come here, I'm a survivor of abuse and I will help you, right? But to an abused woman, child or man that sees Purple Hearts Unite, they will know exactly what Purple Hearts Unite stand for, and they will know that they can jump in that person's DM box and say, I'm going to put Purple Hearts Unite on mine. Can I talk to you because I've gone through hell? And that's the most powerful thing we can do. It's kind of like a code letting other abused survivors, I'm not even going to call them victims because we're not victims. Victims are the ones that stay down on the ground after being kicked down so many times and they never get up. Victims are the ones that have actually died in abuse. The ones that have survived abuse and got out, or the ones that are still fighting to get out of abuse, they're not survivors, they are darn warriors. And these warrior women deserve to put Purple Hearts Unite on their profiles, because that's what we are, darn bloody warriors. And warriors stand by other warriors. And can you imagine what we can do as one, united against abuse? Because let's face it, the authorities have let us down time and time again. So when authorities let us down, we take back our own power and we fight back as one. So Gemma, thank you so much for joining tonight's live, because you got a reading for it, and I hope your reading has inspired you, honey. Exactly, Patricia. I love all these purple hearts. Absolutely love it. Exactly. Narcissists aren't just partners. Narcissists can be sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles. Even mothers can be narcissists. They can be mothers can be abusers. My daughter's an abuser. She's a child abuser. That's my own flesh and blood. That's my daughter. She's a child abuser. And I will not entertain her because she is willingly hurting my grandchildren. I can't condone that. And just because she took my grandchildren away because I was helping my grandchildren to heal from abuse doesn't keep me silent about it. Hell no, because I announced to everyone that I don't speak to my daughter because she abuses her children. I won't stay silent so my daughter can stay comfortable. No way. I won't stay silent so my ex can stay comfortable. No way. Not a chance in hell. I will speak out, because by speaking out we save lives. Yeah, even mother-in-laws. Even mother-in-laws can be, in fact, sometimes mother-in-laws can be the worst ones, let me tell you. I'm lucky. My partner's mum is absolutely lovely. And I get on really, really well with her. So I'm quite fortunate that way. Thank you. Okay. So thank you, Gemma. So we're going on to our next, which is Jacqueline 1. So where is our lovely Jacqueline 1? And thank you for being so patient. I'm not one of these readers that gives you a card in 2 seconds. I like to take my time and make sure that the message that I give you is the correct message. That's the way I roll. Somebody once asked me, why don't you do your readings quicker, like the ones on TikTok? Can't do that. It takes me more than 2 minutes to actually connect with my guides, let alone 2 minutes to pull a card. So 9 out of 10 times, the ones that are going, oh, here's your card, oh, here's your card, here's your card, here's your card, here's your card, they're not genuine readers. Spirit don't work that quick. So I always do it at Spirit's pace. Yay, Jacqueline's here. I always get a sniffly nose when I'm here. This is one of our, we live in an old bungalow, and this is one of the most haunted rooms in the bungalow, and I'm sure somebody had like allergies when they passed away in this room, because it's the only room I get sniffles in. Bit crazy. I pick up on Spirit symptoms as well, and I'm like, yeah, keep your sniffles to yourself, thank you. But hey ho, let's just shuffle these angel cards and see what our angel cards have got to say for our beautiful Jacqueline. Okay. So yeah, you'll see on one of my posts the banner that I made for the Purple Hearts Unite. You can make up your own banner as long as it's got the word purple, and then I usually have a purple heart with the hyphen S and unite. Purple Hearts Unite. Let's share the love for our warriors of abuse. But I will also be putting the red hearts as well. Okay. So, Jacqueline, you may well have a blocked crown chakra because your card is a crown chakra. Our crown chakra is the first port of call for communication, because Spirit can enter our thoughts and minds through our crown chakra and actually show us things through our third eye. So when the crown chakra comes into play, it's asking you to pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of divine guide. I haven't got my teeth in today, obviously. They are messages of divine guidance sent to answer your prayers. Okay? So I feel that you've had questions in your mind to ask Spirit, or you've just put questions out there in the universe. You know, and we all have them from time to time, don't we? It's like, universe, tell me, why did such and such have to pass away? Why did you have to take an angel into heaven? Etc. We all have questions. Or is my dad safe? Or is my auntie safe? Or is whatever, right? And we sit patiently, waiting and waiting and waiting for the answers to come. And then when we get nothing, we get frustrated because we think my answers haven't been heard. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh, happy 4th of July to you as well when it comes. Yeah. So there's so many questions you've asked and you're so impatient to hear from them. So I'm going to help you with a little bit of tip for you to connect with spirit more to get your answers, because loved ones in spirit are hearing your questions. The universe always, always, always hears your questions. But if you've got a blocked crown chakra, you're not always going to see or hear the messages, because you're blocking those messages from coming in. And they're asking you to pay attention to your thoughts. A lot of people that think that when I communicate with spirit, I actually physically hear them talking. Not at all. For the most part, spirit will talk to us in our thoughts. And we have to train our thoughts to a certain degree to be able to tune into that channel, to know what is our own thoughts and what is actually messages from spirit. So, for example, you could be going through your day and you think, I'm going to do a shopping list. So you sit with your book and pen and you think, right, bread, milk, and you're thinking about what you want on your shopping list, right? Bread, milk, maybe some donuts, because I feel like a donut tonight, and maybe this, that, and the next thing, and you're continually writing down your list, and then you get the thought in the middle of it all saying, I've got to phone my mum. Oh, let's just dismiss that. I don't know why I thought that. Let's just go on with the bread. No, don't go on with the bread. You, in amongst your own thoughts, there was a spiritual message saying you've got to go and phone your mum. Now, most of us would ignore that and think, I don't know why I thought that. Crazy. I'll just carry on doing what I was doing. Like, what was the next thing? Oh yeah, bread, milk, cheese. And then somewhere along the list you might get another message, phone your mum. Is that your thoughts? No, it's spirit telling you, forget your shopping list, you got to phone your mum. But a lot of us don't see our thoughts as messages. We just think, oh, that's a silly thought. But they're actually messages. Hello, wowzers. Yeah, exactly. You know, spirit can contact us in so many ways, and a lot of the time, if we're not seeing spirit through our third eye, or we're not hearing them through our physical ears, they will speak to you through your thoughts. And if you still don't hear them through your thoughts, they'll throw feathers at you. Or if they like roses, they'll show you lots of roses. Or if they liked robins, suddenly you'll see a garden full of robins, and you think, why am I seeing so many robins? Oh yeah, I remember, my gran loved robins. Yeah, of course you did. That's why the robins are appearing. Your gran's sending robins to let you know that she's here. You haven't acknowledged them through your thoughts or your hearing or your third eye or your dreams, but yet she's contacted you in another way, right? But I'm going to give you a tip, honey, that's going to help you get answers to your questions that you're asking spirit and universe, and anyone can do this. First port of call is getting that crown chakra unblocked. That is your first port of call. You can go along to my YouTube channel. I have a meditation playlist on there. Look for the sky and earth grounding one. And do the sky and earth grounding meditation before you go to bed. Have a notebook and pen beside your bed to jot down dreams. And when you jump into bed, what I'm wanting you to do is just take your middle finger of your right hand and you place it on your crown, and you're just going to gently tap. Just gentle taps. And then you're going to take your middle finger on your left hand And you're going to do the same on your third eye. And just gently tap, tap, tap both chakras. Now you may feel tingles at this point. You may feel warm. You may feel relaxed and ready to drop off to sleep. That's exactly how you should be feeling if you're doing this. Because just gently tapping your chakras gets rid of all the blockages and allows your mind to be at peace. Then when you fall into a sleep, Spirit will give you your answers in dreams. Now this is where it's so important. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you open your eyes, take your notepad and pen and write down anything that you remember from your dreams, even if it's fragmented dreams. And then put the book away. Do this every night. Once a week, look back your dream journal. And in that dream journal, when you read from the first entry to the last, you will be shocked at how many messages actually come out of those dreams, because you're already clearing your chakras. And, anyone that's never done that, just sit for a few minutes just now and just tap your third eye and your crown chakra, and you will see what I mean. You know your chakras are clearing just by gentle butterfly taps. The meditation is sky and earth grounding. Oh, thank you, Show Jumper. Yeah, and you might ask a lot and you might think you're not getting answers. You are getting answers, because the Spirit are saying to you, the problem isn't you or them. The problem is you have a blocked crown chakra, and you need to unblock that so that you're able to then connect properly and clearly, so that you can receive the messages and the answers. They will give you the answers. When keeping a dream journal, don't wait till you've got out of bed in the morning and put the kettle on and had that coffee and then write it down. Chances are your brain's already gone into the day mode and forgotten all the dreams. The minute your eyes are open, write down anything that you remember, even if it's just little bits and bobs of the dream. Just write down anything you remember. If you're having bad dreams and nightmares, we spoke about this on last night's live. Your best friend for dreams and nightmares are dream catchers. That is your best friend, but it's not just a case of putting the dream catchers up. It's how to cleanse them as well. So what I do, I make my dream catchers for people, and I make them with whatever colours and beads and stuff that people want. So if they want shiny thread, I put shiny thread or shiny green thread. If they want green beads or green crystals, feathers, etc. So what you do with your dream catcher is you take Californian white sage, light it, let it smoke, and hold your dream catcher underneath the smoke. Tip your dream catcher like so, and allow the smoke to go up through the dream net. That's the important bit, because this is where all your bad dreams will get caught. Once you've cleansed the dream catcher, you then hang it above your bed. And what happens is the bad dreams and nightmares get caught in the net, and good dreams flow down these ribbons and feathers into your head. You will then never get another bad dream. However, there is a however. If you do start to get bad dreams coming back, your net is full of the negative dreams. So what you need to do is you need to then take this out into the sunlight. You need to take one side of your dream catcher net and you need to tap it and shake it. Then turn it round, tap it and shake it. The sunlight kills the negative energy in there, and tapping it actually chucks the negativity out of the net and the wind carries it away. Once you've done that, go through the cleansing with the sage again, hang your dream catcher back up and you're ready to go with good dreams. When I make dream catchers for people who order the dream catchers, I cleanse the dream catcher and I put healing energy into it. That healing energy can be then renewed on a full moon. So when they actually get the dream catcher, it smells of sage because I've cleansed it for them. So they can take it straight out the packet and hang it up and it's ready to go. But if you're buying a dream catcher from a shop, please always use Californian white sage to cleanse that dream catcher before you put it up, because you don't know who's made it and you don't know if that person's had negative energy. Dream catchers work wonders for people who are experiencing nightmares. It is a bit like a workshop. That's how I work. I start with readings and then we get questions and we kind of get sidetracked, but it helps everybody. If your partner, if you can't remember your dreams, one thing is your partner's probably jumped out of bed before he's even thought about his dreams, right? And he's probably just got up, woken up and got up and did his day-to-day things. The other one is he's probably got a blocked crown chakra. You're not going to get any dreams if you have a blocked crown chakra. So it's important that he unblocks his crown chakra. And again, the easiest way of doing that is just tapping it. Tapping your chakras. If you've got a blocked chakra, just tap it. It gets rid of all the blockages. Californian white sage, yes. Yeah, definitely. I always cleanse our home, especially if we've had negative visitors. If visitors bring negativity into our home, I always cleanse after them. Negative people, narcissists and abusers do not like Californian white sage. When I was going through 30 years of abuse, before my ex-husband came home, I lit sage in every room of the house, and he came in and he was physically sick because he was so evil, and it just made him physically sick. He would actually have to wait till the smell of sage eased out of the house before he could come back in, or he would hang out the window or go to the bathroom and be physically sick with sage. It's because sage clears all negativity, including negative souls, sadly. But It was my way of getting peace when he first came home from his work. And he would demand that I never lit sage again. Guess what? I lit sage even more. But yeah, Californian white sage has a multiple amount of uses. Native Americans treat it as a sacred herb because of its healing and its cleansing properties. Yep. When it was my ex, I smudged every single day. Because I've got a positive partner, I don't have to smudge so often. But I do, it depends. Usually once a fortnight is my regular one. Sometimes I can go longer than that because we don't have a negative sort of vibe between me and my partner. We're both quite positive. But if we have negative visitors, for example, people that come into our house and bring kind of just that off energy, as soon as they're out the door, I'm out with the sage. Yep, visitors can definitely bring in a negative energy, and that negative energy will stay in your home until you cleanse it. So yeah, even workmen, some workmen, you come in and you get some grouchy workmen, they can leave that grouchy negative energy in your home. It's not the first time somebody's went out the house, went out our home, they may be negative or whatever. They don't see me behind them with my smudge stick going, bye, as I'm sweeping them out the door. But yeah. So going back to Jacqueline's reading, just to finish off Jacqueline's one, use the tips that for clearing your crown chakra and your third eye. And then pay attention to your dreams and to your thoughts, because the answers will be in both your dreams and your thoughts. What's the best way of journaling? A dream journal is just a notebook. Any notebook can be a journal. And you're basically just waking up, and as soon as your eyes are open, grab your journal, which should always be beside your bed, and your pen. Write down whatever you can remember from your dreams before you even get out of bed. And then put the book away. Once a week, read your dreams, and that's where you'll find all of your answers. Same with thoughts. I have a dream journal, but I have a thoughts journal. Because if I know that there's a thought comes to mind that is spirit and not my thoughts, it goes in my thought journal. Because just like dreams, when I read back my thoughts, I get messages. Thank you so much for the roses. Oh, and the paper crane. Jacqueline, you're more than welcome. And anyone that needs any advice, they can pop in my DM box anytime and just ask for advice. Advice is free. Just like my readings are free. Okay. I wish the spirit in here would just do one with this sniffly nose, because I don't really want it. Show Jumper is our next reading. So let me just shuffle these cards. You are all amazing. I've met some wonderful, wonderful new friends tonight. So thank you all. And thank you for the likes, the follows, and the beautiful gifts. You are all absolutely amazing. I'm not used to getting spoiled like this. I usually, when I was on Facebook and Instagram, nobody Nobody even gave me likes, let alone roses. So thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Which is why my new home is TikTok. Hi, Show Jumper. Lovely to see you again. It's great when you recognize names from people that come back and watch your lives all the time, and I know Show Jumper is a great supporter of my life, so thank you, honey. Okay, and I'm so glad you got picked tonight. So let's just shuffle these cards and see which way our cards are going to go. I love these angel cards because they're so spot on with everything that they come out with. It's like they just know. And of course, we all have different levels of healing to do. So when I bring the healing angel cards out, they're basically giving messages for healing. And I love that. It's like getting a reading and healing all in one go. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Hello, Sharon Baker. Okay, so Show Jumper. Wow, we've all got different chakras to deal with. And yours is the sacral chakra. So this one's coming up with the sacral chakra. And the message here is you are highly sensitive to chemicals and additives and processed foods and energies right now. Respect your sensitivity by avoiding harsh times and situations and relationships. I call this empaths. So Show Jumper, I feel that this is letting you know that you are quite empathic. But you're also in tune with a lot of, spiritual paths are, something just walked past me there. Spiritual paths are very empathic paths, for example. So what this card is saying is, you probably have certain reactions to chemicals. For example, maybe certain flowers can set off hay fever, for example, or you might be allergic to certain foods, certain smells. Processed foods might make you bloat, etc. And the sacral chakra has a lot to do with what we digest, what we take in. Okay, because the sacral chakra is connected to our stomach, our digestion system, and all of the rest of it. Oh, lovely. New phones. So I don't know if you're allergic to anything, Show Jumper. I know that I'm super sensitive to chemicals. If the farmers are spraying their fields with chemical pesticides, I have a runny nose and itchy eyes for days. It's the same with certain chemicals in products. I can't use over-the-counter makeup or skincare because it's got chemicals in it. So I'm highly sensitive to anything that is not natural. So which is why I promote products from Avera, because there's no chemicals in this stuff and it's the only thing I can use. I've been with Avera for a year and a half now, and I love it because it gets delivered to my door. It has no chemicals in their makeup or their skincare or their herbal supplements, and it keeps me healthy. It also helps with my allergies as well. And I don't have to take over the counter antihistamines, which are absolutely loaded with chemicals. Yeah, so this is exactly what the card is saying then, right? Certain smells can trigger your asthma, right? And that can make your asthma really, really bad. So avoiding those smells can also ease your asthma. Places like the seaside, the woods, where there's an added supply of negative ions. Negative ions um, help to produce more stronger oxygen. Trees, for example, they consume carbon, they breathe in carbon monoxide but breathe out oxygen. That oxygen keeps the planet and us alive. If we had no trees on Earth, everything would die, including us. So trees are vital for human and Earth existence because they take away all of the carbon monoxide on the Earth, and they oxygenate the Earth. So when you've got allergies, the best place that you can be is walk in the woods or walk in the beach, anywhere you're by the seaside, because there is so much negative ions there that oxygenate the area. So if my allergies are really, really bad, I walk the woods, and we're quite lucky we live near the woods. But eating foods that are not processed can also limit the chemicals in our body and detox them. I always take green tea, a strong green tea supplement every single day to reduce my allergies, because green tea, I don't know if I've got a green tea pouch here. Green tea is an antioxidant. It's natural. It's herb. Has 200 health benefits. It can help with eczema. It can help balance our blood sugars. This is the green tea that I take every day. It's just little powders, sachet, and it tastes very fruity. It comes in 6 different flavors. And I take my green tea every day. Stops my allergies. It dilutes the chemicals in the air that we breathe. And for people with asthma, that is huge. My partner has asthma, and it helps him immensely when he's drinking the green tea. I also take my Shield supplement, which is a grapefruit flavour, which is kind of like lemon flavoured. That builds up my immune system. And both the green tea and the Shield help to keep my sacral chakras detoxified, and it eliminates all the toxins. So this is basically what the card is saying. Being aware of what we're putting in our bodies, being aware of where we are, and so that we can reduce chemicals, is going to have a huge effect and a positive effect on your life for clearing your sacral chakra. Because the angels are saying you need to work on that. Not all green tea does, no. The reason being, if you buy green tea from a health shop, the green tea from a health shop is made from the green tea plant leaf, or the leaf of the green tree. In the green tea leaf, there is a small portion of green tea, but the rest is kind of just waste. It has no benefits whatsoever. But it's the cheapest part of the plant for health food shops to use, because it has less green tea. So they just basically take this leaf and they grind it down and put it into the tea. The difference with the green tea that I use from Avira is that this green tea is made from the stem cell of the plant. So it's the root where the root comes out of the ground and attaches to the stem. The highest quantity of green tea is in the stem cell. So what Avira has done is they take the stem cell and they grind down the green tea from there. You go into a Japanese tea room in Japan, they use green tea with the stem cell. And it was a Japanese that showed Avira company how to get the best green tea, which is why we got taught how to explain the difference. So, just in hindsight, you would add one of these to about 500 ml bottle of water. The shop bought ones, you would have 1 cup of green tea to 1 sachet, right? 1 cup of green tea has from a health food shop is compared to this one, you would need to drink 50 cups of health food green tea to get 1 of our green tea sticks. 50 cups, because the green tea leaf is more diluted than the stem cell ones. So that's the difference. Yes, and plus the health food ones taste rotten. We use natural sweeteners to make the green tea less bitter, and which is why it comes in different flavors. This one is strawberry and pineapple. So yeah, there is a difference between the green teas. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we always say if you're not sure about the green tea, take the information on the website, because all the ingredients in green tea is on our website. That we don't hide the ingredients. I've been taking green tea for 1.5 years and I've never got ill in 1.5 years. I used to bloat something terrible every time I used to eat food. I don't do that now with green tea. I used to put on weight. I used to store a lot of fats through menopause, etc. I don't now, because green tea also burns energy. It gives you an energy boost as well, and it burns fat. Yep, it does. It speeds up metabolism. When you speed up metabolism, you burn off, you warm up the blood, and when you warm up the blood, you naturally lose weight. Hence why today I had to go shopping with my partner and get a size smaller lycra leggings. I love my comfy leggings for the summer, and they were basically falling down all the time, and I thought I must have lost a lot of weight. So it does work. I'm losing weight all the time. Yep. So getting back to show jumpers reading. Think about the foods that you're eating. Are they as pure as they can be? Think about the herbs that are you taking like natural herbs, etc.? Are you, trying to eliminate as much chemicals out of your life as possible? In doing that, you're going to unblock your sacral chakra. You're going to have better digestion, you're going to have less bloating, you're going to definitely have less allergies, and it's going to help your asthma immensely. Yep, definitely. It is a healthy boost. Um, I just don't tolerate chemicals now at all. Never tolerate chemicals. I just stay away from them. I never buy over-the-counter medicines because they make me ill. Just because of the chemicals in them. I never buy natural or normal. I never buy normal shampoos because they've got parabens and sulfate, which really are really bad chemicals. So I buy paraben and sulfate free shampoos and conditioners. It makes a huge difference if we can eliminate chemicals in our bodies. So we're moving on to our fourth reading, sorry. Love My Two Kids is the next one. Love my two kids. I love my two kids too. I'm just moving all my stuff out my way because it's just cluttering. My table's cluttered with crystals just now. And they keep getting in the way of my book. So Love My Two Kids we still got Love My Two Kids here. Yeah, and some medications you do have to take, and that's absolutely okay. But you know what? You can, if you do have to take medications from pharmacies, you can limit the side effects of medications by taking medications and some herbal. I know a lot of people that are drinking the Avera green tea, but they're still on medication. The medication helps them, but the green tea also helps to eliminate any possible side effects or nasties from the medication. Yep, definitely. No, I just share what I use. If it helps me, then I know it's going to help other people. To be honest, I don't have any customers for my Avera. I never have. Nobody seems to want to buy anything from my shop. But I didn't join Avera to get customers. I joined Avera because I love the products. Because the products have changed my health for the better. That's why I joined Avera. I had no intentions of being a huge seller for Avera products. I just wanted to join Avera because I love the products, and joining Avera meant I could get 25% off everything that I buy. So it paid for me to join Avera so that I can get my 25% commission back on everything that I buy for myself, which means that the products are cheaper for me. Now and again, I get the odd person coming on my website and buying green tea and stuff, and that's great. But I don't really have any customers at present for my website, and I'm quite happy with that, because I'm quite happy just talking about the products that I love and I use, and then it's everybody else's choice whether they want to try them or not. Yep, definitely. Okay, so do we still have, who are we on? Do we still have Love My Two Kids? Love My Two Kids. Are you still with us? Yay, she is. There she is. Okay, let's shuffle the cards. I love these cards. They're such powerful message, and because they're the healing angel cards, they help us to heal in ways that we never really thought we needed to heal. They're great for telling us if we've got blocked chakras. They're great for giving us general advice for mental, emotional, and physical health. I just absolutely adore these cards. Yep, definitely. Okay. Let's shuffle these cards for Love My Two Kids. I love your TikTok name, Love My Two Kids. What a beautiful name. I have two kids as well. One I do love, and the other one is the one that I turned away from my daughter because she abuses children, and I just can't condone that. But I have an autistic son who's 35, and I absolutely adore him. He's my life. He's just such a gentle, caring soul. He's not like his dad or his sister at all. Thank goodness, because his dad was a narcissist. In fact, my son got abused by my ex as well, so he's very protective of me. Okay. Oh, wow. You have got the sacral chakra as well, honey, and that's after shuffling the cards. So again, it's staying away from any chemicals. Maybe you've had digestive problems. Maybe you've struggling to sort of lose weight. Any digestive problems can block our sacral chakra. And sometimes to get it unblocked, we need to just limit how many chemicals that we are putting in our body or around us. Sometimes if it's to do with allergies, for example, as I said, walking in open areas such as woodland or by the sea can help massively. Oh wow, there you go. You have asthma, bad asthma as well. And allergies. This is, wow. How crazy is that this card came out twice in a row, even after being shuffled? So yeah, definitely green tea would help you massively. It did help me because I'm super sensitive to allergies. It helped my partner who's also got asthma. And I know that when we both love walking the woods. We're quite lucky we've got a large forest near us. And when his asthma's bad, we usually take a walk in the woods, and it really clears his asthma. Or we go walking by the seashore, and his asthma, it really does help his asthma as well. But his health has improved since I started drinking green tea, and he wasn't up for it to begin with because he thought green tea was like the health food green tea, that it would taste rotten. But once he realised it actually tastes like fruit juice, depending on the flavours that you get, he was more than happy to have it. And it's kept us healthy throughout all of the COVID and stuff that's going on, because he was in two minds whether to have the COVID vaccine or not because of his asthma. And the governments were saying, oh, if you've got asthma, you need to take the vaccine. But something inside him was telling him not to take the vaccine. And he asked my advice, and I says, well, I won't take it because it's a chemical, and I'm not going to put chemicals into my bloodstream. I said, but if you're worried about it, try some of the green tea and Shield. And we know for a fact, we've been around people that have had COVID, and not one of us have developed COVID. And we've not had the vaccine, we've never worn masks. Masks are so bad for your health, and the government don't tell you this, because we breathe oxygen in through our nose and carbon monoxide through our mouth, out of our mouth. If you're putting a mask over your nose and your mouth, you're not just breathing in oxygen, you're breathing in your carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is poisonous. It's toxic for the body. And studies have shown that throughout the pandemic, a lot of people that wore masks nearly all day long through their work or whatever developed, their asthma became worse, or they had breathing problems. And it was because they were breathing in carbon monoxide just by wearing their masks. It's crazy what governments put us through. So I love that this came out for you as well, because it's asking you to do the same thing. Just be aware of the chemicals around you and do what you can to prevent your asthma and make it better, by eliminating chemicals, basically. Oh, bless. Well, the green tea can help with the fibromyalgia as well, because it does. There's 200 health benefits to the green tea. It works with our detoxing the body. The green tea also works with leveling our blood sugars. It boosts our metabolism. It detoxifies our liver, our kidneys, etc. And it's a general all-round help. But also, what to do is DM me with your full name and the town that you live in and the country that you live in, because I will put you on my daily healing list, and I will send Reiki energy healing to you, which will help with your fibromyalgia and your pain. My son is autistic too, so there you go, we've got a lot in common. But yeah, do DM me your full name and the town and country you stay in, and I will put you on my Reiki healing list. Oh, bless. Well, you know what? I'm going to send healing to all your family, because you so deserve it. So I hope this card helps you, honey. You certainly deserve to live a more healthier lifestyle for you. And if you're needing any more tips, just DM me. You're more than welcome. Do you know what? We may not often feel it sometimes, but you know, every woman is a strong woman. You might not feel it some days, but every woman is a strong woman. If it wasn't for strong women like us, you know, if we're a mum, we have no choice but to be strong. You know, giving up my daughter, turning away from my daughter because she was an abuser. For a mum, that's so hard, but I had to do it for my grandchildren and for my own sanity because she was connected with my abusive ex. My son has autism, but you know what? Despite his autism, we do what we can for them because they're still our children, they're still our loved ones, and we just put our own aches and pains aside to help others, and that's the strength of a mother's love. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you got a reading tonight, and thank you so much for being patient enough to get your reading. I do like to take my time with the readings. I'm not one of these ones that flip the cards every 2 seconds. Okay, we have BRR Sonic for the next card. So I don't know if they are still around. Not sure if it was BRR Sonic or BM Sonic, but B something Sonic. Such lovely, lovely healing messages tonight. I love these cards. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards for our BR Sonic or BM Sonic. Not sure if they're still with us. I'm still going to shuffle the cards, even if BR Sonic's not here, because I do save these to my YouTube channel, these lives. So they can always go onto the YouTube channel and they will find their reading. No problem, Patricia. I don't even think you need a PayPal account. I'm sure you can just go into PayPal and request to pay for something. I think all you need is my PayPal email address, and you would just go on. I'm sure you don't have to have an account. I'm sure you can just go onto PayPal and it says pay for a service or whatever, and you go to that and it'll say what's the email address of the person that you're sending payment to, and you would just look up I think my one is ladymoonlight@talktalk.net. So you would just type that in and then send your payment through that. So, but I always find it's handy to have a PayPal account, even if you don't use it for yourself, because it makes, PayPal accounts are secure, but they're also free to use as well, which is why I like it. But yeah, no problem. Hello, Rosaline. I never use the app. I never use the PayPal app. I always use the website. You don't get blocked from the website. I just put I just go into my Google search and just type in PayPal, and I get my PayPal through there. I never go through the PayPal app. I always go through the PayPal on the internet. Yep. Yep. Just go on to the internet one. And I'm sure the internet one, you've got, if you go into like all the menus, this pay for a service or pay for a product or whatever, and then click on that, and I think it tells you, you know, to put in the person's PayPal email address, and it will come up with the Mystic Witch. And it'll also give you a chance, is this for a product or is it for a friend and family? Always tick the friend and family box because you won't get charged a processing fee. I always, if I'm buying something from somebody that's on PayPal, I always click friends and family so that the person that I'm buying from doesn't get charged a processing fee if it's friends and family. It's a silly way that they do that, but I always tick the box that says friends and family. Okay. So let's, I don't know if BM Sonic is still with us. Okay. Oh my goodness me, I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled these cards till, and the sacral chakras come out for BM Sonic as well. So, if BM Sonic does happen to see their reading on my YouTube channel, it's the same message as the last two readings. Your sacral chakra is most likely blocked, and your guardian angels are wanting to unblock that. To unblock that, you need to reduce the amount of chemicals in the air or the chemicals that you are consuming, etc., and able to detoxify the body and get your sacral chakra flowing smoothly again, which in turn will improve your health. So I hope when BM Sonic, if BM Sonic sees that, it's the same reading as the last two people got, which is very rare. I've seen the same card come out of my cards maybe once, maybe twice in a row, 3 times in a row. Wow, that just blows my mind. It just goes to show you, though, how many people are affected by chemicals and toxins in the air and they don't even know it, or were affected by toxins and chemicals through foods that we're eating. For example, how many people buy washed potatoes? You know, the potatoes in the bag that says these are pre-washed. How many people, instead of going and buying the loose potatoes at a supermarket, they buy the bag of already washed potatoes? It says on the packet, pre-washed potatoes. Thank you so much for sharing. I love the fact that you grow your own veg. For those that buy pre-packet potatoes that claim that they are pre-washed, what they don't tell you is they are pre-washed in chlorine. Chlorine is a chemical. So they are washed in chemicals. They will tell you that chlorine is safe on food. But if you're washing potatoes in chlorine, that chlorine's going to get into your potatoes. Doesn't matter whether you wash and scrub the potatoes, they're going to get into your potatoes. Good old-fashioned cold water washes potatoes lovely. We don't need to buy pre-washed potatoes that are covered in chlorine. But of course it won't tell you that they are washed by chlorine, it will just tell you that they are pre-washed potatoes. So there's another little nugget of knowledge for you all. Okay, so we're now Curly Little Redhead is our next person to get a reading. Yep, water and a nail brush. Absolutely love that for potatoes. It scrubs all the mud off it. Yay! I'm excited. I think, is this not the first time you've had a reading from me? If I'm not mistaken. I always love it when we get new people coming in, and I'm really going to shuffle these cards. I did the last 3 times and I've got the same card all the time. That has never, ever in my whole many years of readings ever happened that I've had the same card come out 3 times in a row. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's just give these a good old shuffle. Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad you got picked tonight then. The angels clearly want to give you a message. Okay. And that's kind of why I stick to 7 readings a night, because I do take my time for readings. I could be like the other readers on here where they're just flying through the cards to get as much money from people or as much gifts. 1, I never ask for money from my readings. 2, I never ask for gifts. If people want to gift, that should be their choice, and that's the way I see it. I just prefer to give free readings because it helps people. So that's why I stick to 7 readings. But I'm the only one, I think, on TikTok that also has a readings list that anybody can join. So even though you're getting the reading just now, Curly, you can still put your name down on the readings list for another card, so that when your name comes up on my reading list, as I'm going down my reading list, you'll get a shout out on my profile with your reading. It's just the little things that I do, just to say thank you to all my followers. Because you are all loved and appreciated, every one of you. Okay. Release is the card that you have got, right? So you've got a lot of things to release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Now, when the release card comes out, the first thing that comes to my mind, especially with spiritual or angel readings, is that somewhere in your past, you have had people hurt you or put you down, or people bringing you negativity in your past. And sometimes when we've gone through bullying or we've gone through all of that, we hold it in because it makes us so angry. And it's like, how dare they treat me like that? And we push it to the back of our mind, and it keeps coming back. How dare they? How dare they treat me this way? You know, who do they think they're talking to? That kind of thing, right? When the release card comes in, that normally says you've had a pretty crappy past with negative people in your life, or people trying to put you down or belittle you or try and change you in some way, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, when the release card comes in to your reading, what you need to do now is you need to go back through your past with a pen and paper to the earliest time where you were badly hurt by somebody. And you need to write that down, write that hurt down. Then go on to the next one, write it down. Now that could take weeks and months to go back through everything. Take your time with this process. Never rush a release process, because if you've been through some sort of trauma, you're going back and facing that trauma. You have to go back and face that trauma head on and write it down. Writing it down means you're getting it from in here onto paper. Once it's on that paper, once you do that physical step of taking it from here and putting it on paper, keep it in that book or on that paper until you've gone through everything from the past to the present. And once you've got everything from the past to the present, what you need to do is fold the paper once and fold it again so that you're folding it in quarters. You need to then burn it. Burn the past away. So put it into an ashtray, or if you've got one of these stone cauldrons, I use a stone cauldron. And I put mine into a stone cauldron and I burn it. Once it's burned, you can cast the ashes to the wind and say, universe, take this away. Release this. It no longer serves me or my life. Or you can take the ashes and you can bury them in the garden and say, Mother Earth, take this from me. I never want it again. I want to move forward into a positive future. It helps massively. The next step you need to do is you need to change your friend circle. You need to look at the people around you. Who supports you positively and uplifts you? That's the ones you keep. The ones that take from you and give you nothing back and drain your energy, they're the ones you let go, or you limit your contact with them. When you release all of that, that's when the magic, and that's when the healing happens, if that makes sense. I'm so glad it made sense. I went through 30 years of abuse and 50 years of bullying. And I still journal. I still look back on my trauma, and I still to this day journal and burn it. It's a slow process that should never be rushed. And I've been away from my abuser for 7 years, but I still get triggers. And every time I get triggers, I write it down and I burn it. And I keep doing that. And it's releasing it. And the best time to release all of that crap is on a new moon. Whenever it's a new moon, release anything that you don't need in your life. You know, the biggest negative thing that I released from my life was my ex and his family, because they were all child abusers. That was the biggest release in my life. The question about will you be successful in the God's ministry? If it's in your heart to do it and you're actually in God's ministry anyway, yes, you'll be successful at it because it's in your heart to do it. If it's something you're passionate about, yes, you'll be successful. If you're just going into it half-heartedly and hoping for the best, then no. But if it's your calling, if you've been called to do it, then it's your calling, it's your life path, and you will be successful at it. You're more than welcome. That's right, Debbie, I remember that. Did it help you? So that's a beautiful, beautiful message. And I'm glad you got it, because holding things in, when you hold past hurt in, you're taking it from the past to the present and you're carrying it into the future. And the more you carry it, the heavy that weight becomes. We should leave it where it belongs, in the past. So if it sneaks into the present and into the future, we need to write it down and burn it. Every time it pops up in here, write it down and burn it. Even if you're repeating it, write it down and burn it. And bury it or cast it to the wind. I like to cast it to the four winds, because then the winds just take it away. But you can also bury it in earth as well. So start your release process. Buy a journal, buy a notebook, and name it your trauma book, whatever you want to call it. And every day, just go through your past negative experiences and write them down. And when the pages are full, burn them, and then carry on writing them down. It will help massively. Also, removing negative and toxic people out of your life as well, that no longer serve your purpose, will also help in this release for you. So I hope, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, wobbly side, and I'm going to make myself on the side. No, we haven't. There we go. There we have. There we go. That's better. God love, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Oh, I love YouTube. Always looking at YouTube. If I don't know how to do something, I YouTube it. We once had, our landlord, we complained to our landlord that our boiler wasn't working properly, and he came out to look at it, and I said, "Oh, aren't you sending out the mechanics?" And he said, "No, I'll be able to fix it myself," which kind of worried me a little bit. However, I thought, well, maybe he's a trained plumber or whatever, or a gas guy, whatever. So I showed him where the boiler was, and he went into the boiler, and he went, I've not seen this one before. The next thing, he's on his phone looking up YouTube. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. He was actually watching a YouTube video on how to fix the boiler, and I'm like, holy crap. And we're sitting there going, I hope he's watched the right video. Mind you, the boiler has never gave up on us since, but I'm like, oh, right, okay. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, because I'm so glad you got that message. There is nothing worse than holding on to past. I know this through bitter experience. I'm continually releasing my ex's negative family from my memory bank. It's not easy, it's a slow and tedious process, but in the long run, it does work. One of the first things I did was burn our marriage certificate when I left him, and all his photographs. That was a physical release for me to actually see his face burn in the ashes, and I just think, yep, that's what I needed to do. Oh dear. Sounds like you're in a right pickle with your phone, Debbie. A phone shop might help with that, though. Taking it to a phone repair shop might help with passwords and stuff. They might be able to reset it for you. Okay. So our final one is Danielle for our final reading of the night. Oh, beautiful Danielle. What lovely readings we have had tonight. And I've met some new friends as well, so all good. I love it when new people find my lives and join our positive circle. And thank you to everyone for the shares, for the likes, for the gifts. You know what? You are all darn amazing. TikTok is my home because it has the most awesome people on here. Absolutely awesome. Okay. Let me just shuffle these cards. I'm going to make sure that I haven't missed anybody out tonight. No, I haven't. So is our Danielle still with us? Yes, Danielle's here. Okay. So let's give these a good old shuffle. I absolutely love reading nights because I never know what messages are coming out for people. And thank you to everyone that did have a reading tonight and was able to give me confirmation on the readings, because it helps me know that I'm on the right track and my spirit have given me the right, my spirit guides have given me the right information. So thank you everyone. I love confirmations. It does help. Because a lot of the time when I'm doing readings, I don't know the person that I'm reading for or their lives. So when they confirm something that I'm seeing in my cards, it kind of helps me know that I'm on the right track and I've connected them with the right spirit, if that makes sense. You know what? We are, aren't we? We're one big happy family here. I love it. I get excited. I even get excited when I'm coming to do my live readings because it's what I live for. I absolutely live for doing my readings. It's what I do. It's my path. I neglect my poor partner for it because he sits in the lounge himself with his PlayStation and does his own thing, but he knows how important my work is to me, so I love him dearly for that. But however, I did spend the whole day with him today because he treated me to dinner out. He is just such a sweetheart. Just a gentleman all round. Please go and give him a follow. I've just persuaded him to come on to TikTok, and his name is Free Spirit Moon here on TikTok. I did a follow post on my profile, so check out my follow post. He's a fantastic singer. He's a fantastic musician. And I was hoping and praying he would share his talent here on TikTok, and he has just started to come on. So please show your love for this wonderful man. He's the man that saved my life 7 years ago. Because without him, I would never have had the strength and the courage to leave my ex-abusive husband behind. And he saved my son's life as well. So I'm so glad he's on TikTok as well, because he's such a wonderful, wonderful guy. Good night, Curly, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again. Lovely meeting you. And if you give me a follow, I'll follow back. I always do. Okay. Danielle, heal away addictions. All right? And we all have some kind of addictions in life. It could be food addictions. We could be addicted to too many sweets and chocolates, and we put on weight and then we feel horrible for ourselves because we eat a lot of food. It could be OCD addictions. They were addicted to cleaning the house, and we spend all day and all night cleaning the house, and we never get to enjoy going out in life or whatever. We could be addicted to smoking. We could be addicted, to anything like that. Addiction's not always about smoking, drugs or drink, etc. Addictions come in many shapes and sizes, and the angels are saying it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing process. Sometimes we're addicted to negative people and we don't even realize it. We've been in maybe abusive relationships for so long, we think that people being negative towards us and abusing us is a norm, and it's not. That's why my daughter ended up being an abuser, because she thought her dad's abuse when she was growing up was the norm. That's what people did. And she now abuses her own children. So even abuse can be an addiction, but it could be addictions to food, chocolate. People have addictions to chocolate. People have addictions to tidying things. People can have addictions to, they have to have their wardrobe colour coordinated, and if it's not colour coordinated, they lose the plot, that kind of thing. So this card is saying there is something, there's an addiction of some kind in your life, Danielle, that makes you unhappy. And it's time to work on that addiction. Even just bit by bit. And try to change those behaviours. And you can always send up a prayer for Archangel Raphael, which is the healing angel, to help you with releasing that. Yeah, and no, I'm not saying you abused your daughter, but my ex abused my daughter and stuff, and I'm not saying for 1 minute that you're an abuser, because you're not, because you're a wonderful soul. I was just using abusers as a an example kind of thing, but it could be comfort eating, right? When we're stressed, some people like myself, sometimes when I stress, I either don't eat or I overeat. I comfort eat. I grab the chocolates and the sweets, and I know that if I'm stressed, now I kind of know that if I'm stressed, rather than reaching for the biscuits or whatever else, I should do a meditation. That's a better behavior than actually cramming tons of sugar into my system. Oh, bless. I know how that feels because my ex did the same with my daughter. And you know what? No, you're right. You'll never get the truth about it. But you know what? You can be there to heal your daughter. You know, the truth doesn't really matter in the end of the day. You know the hurt that your daughter went through with your ex. You can build on that by being there for your daughter. Um, you know, it's horrific when you find out that your daughter's been abused by, you know, the man, the one person in the life that the daughter trusted, i.e. their father. If I knew earlier that she was being abused by my ex, I would have probably killed him. But he did it when I was working as a full-time carer for autistic adults, so he knew what he was doing. And of course, children are often threatened to stay silent and not tell their mums, etc., etc. But you can heal your daughter just through the strength of your love for her. And she knows you're there for her. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, bless. You know, that's the hardest thing, is knowing that you don't have your daughter as well, missing your daughter and knowing it's a bit like I don't see my grandchildren and I know that my grandchildren are getting abused, and it hurts sometimes, but I just pray to Raphael to send them healing, to give those babies, grandbabies healing, keep them safe. No matter what they're going through, keep them safe. And I know that the angels and the universe have my grandkids back, and I know that the universe and the angels have your daughter's back. They will keep your daughter safe, honey. It is. It's really heartbreaking. You know, when we lose children or grandchildren through abuse and through us trying to protect them, and you know that they're still going through that hell and there's not a thing you can do to help them, sometimes the only help and release that you have is putting faith in the universe and your guides and your angels to keep them safe. And that's what I hold on to every day. I do have limited contact with my oldest granddaughter because she found me on Instagram. But I have to then be careful of what I'm saying to her because her mum sometimes steals her phone when she's sleeping. And her mum can message me sometimes as my granddaughter to try and get to me. But I know my granddaughter's type of wording, and I know my daughter's type of wording, so I normally don't reply when it's my daughter, but limited contact with my granddaughter is better than no contact. But I haven't seen my other two younger granddaughters in over a year. So whatever addictions that you're wanting to sort of release, ask Archangel Raphael or even the universe, because they're always listening. They're always going to help with any sort of addictions. I hope that helps. And that brings us to the end of our readings tonight. Which has been wonderful. And I'm hoping that now that the readings has ended, the spirit that's in here with the allergies goes and leaves me be so that I can stop having a sniffly nose. Because every time I finish my readings and I go back into the lounge, the allergies go away. It's crazy. There must be a spirit in this room that had hay fever or a runny nose constantly. Maybe he died of the flu. I have no idea. But yeah, I always get. He doesn't always come all the time. He's a gentleman, but he doesn't always come all the time. But when he does, it's like, yeah, can you just don't share your symptoms with me. Oh, bless. But you know what? When your daughter becomes an adult and she gets over 18 years old, no court in the land will ever stop your daughter trying to find you. No court in the land. Because when she's an adult, the court can't tell her who she can and who she can't have contact with. You know, even I hear it so many times from people who the kids have been taken into care or they've been adopted out or whatever, and the mums break their hearts and think they'll never see them again. But the truth is, eventually, fostered out or adopted children start asking questions when they're older. They instinctively know, and at one point they have to be told the truth. Especially when they get their birth certificates, because everything's in their birth certificates, etc. And when they find the truth, that's when they start wanting to know. I need to find my real mum. I need to know what my real mum looked like, who she was, and what the circumstances were. Looking into your cards, etc., Danielle, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that she is going to be one of the ones that are going to come and look for you. The truth will come out when she's a lot older, and she will demand to know where you are, and she'll return to you. I have a strong message from Spirit that will happen in the future. Till then, you have to stay strong, honey, for her. Because she is going to come home. It may take quite a few years before that happens, but she is going to come home. I'm going to send positive vibes to influence the court to find him guilty. I truly am. I'm going to put positive energy into that one for you, because I know what it feels like not to have your children or your grandchildren around you. I will be working on that. When I do my circle work and my altar work, I will be sending positive intentions and positive vibes for a good outcome where he will be found guilty. You deserve that. I will be casting little prayers out to the universe for you, Danielle. So that brings us to the end of our free readings tonight. And it's been wonderful meeting new people and being able to, you know what, I'm going to turn this light down a little bit because I hate the bright light. It makes me look like a ghost. Oh, I always turn it down a little bit and then it turns down too much. Let me see. Well, it's kind of gone off a wee bit. Let's try. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better. I don't look so peely-wally now. I keep looking at myself in the camera and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I look like death warmed up. That's better. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Oh, bless. Well, do you know what? I've got a good sense that if justice is fair at all, I feel that he will be found guilty, honey. I'll keep everything crossed for you. I'm going to set good intentions out there for you for a good outcome. Because you and little Daisy so deserve it. Oh, bless. Pixie, you're an amazing girl. Thank you to Debbie and Pixie for doing their usual moderating tonight and keeping the chat flowing while I've been doing my readings. They are absolutely awesome. Thank you to all our new viewers tonight who's been patient enough to wait for their readings. It's been lovely meeting new people. I'm gonna go and join my partner now and spend the rest or what's left of the early morning with him. I will be back tomorrow evening with another readings. For those that would like a reading, they can join me tomorrow night and hopefully get picked for a reading tomorrow night. Failing that, please go along to my readings list on my profile. You can put your name down for a reading. Anyone wants to try my meditations, please go to my website on my bio here on TikTok. Go to my YouTube channels and you will see my playlists, and I have got a meditations playlist. So if you want to try the sky and earth grounding meditation, please feel free to go along and give that a like. I will also be sharing this tonight's video and last night's video onto my YouTube channel this evening. So it should be uploaded by tomorrow for you all. Because last night's one was a really, really good one. It was all about chakra healing. So I will also share it to my Mystic Witch, the Spiritual World of Mystic Witch group on my Facebook as well, so that you can all view the video as well. But till then, Have a great evening, everyone, and I will be back tomorrow evening between 9 and 10 p.m. for another live card reading night. Okay, night, everyone. Sending you all love and blessings because you're all amazing. And I look forward to another readings night tomorrow night. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love and blessings.